Hey there, Carolina from Seed Adventures here. Let me show you this beautiful trip to Peru and Ecuador over your anniversary, all the highlights included. There are so many details, so I thought it would be best if I can just share my screen and show you all of the itinerary ins and outs. So here you go. You should be able to see this PDF. I'm sending it to you as well, so you have all these in writing. And the trip will start January 25th. This will allow us to explore Peru first and then end with the Galapagos for your anniversary. So the Peru part of the trip will be higher in altitude. It will be more active. There'll be more moving around. So it's really nice to get that done before the cruise because at the cruise, you're going to have a completely different vibe. You're going to be exploring the islands, but also relaxing. So it's really nice to fly home after the cruise. So January 25th, you're going to fly into Lima and we're going to spend 2 nights in the city. I chose Suma Hotel. It's great. It's in Miraflores, overlooking the ocean. Really nice, fresh property. And you can relax here, unwind after your travels, and then spend a day exploring Lima. Lima is fantastic for food. So a great way for me to show you the city is our gourmet experience. It's a private tour and you're kind of walking around the city like a local would, going to all these really fantastic places. So you're going to see highlights like the ruins, but you're going to have lunch there. And you're going to go to the coast, but you're going to have pisco sours there, and so on and so on. It's a great tasting tour, but it also allows you to see some of the wonderful places around Lima. If you want a proper traditional historical museum tour of the city, of course, we can tweak it and do that as well. And then on January 3rd, we're going to fly to Cusco and acclimate in the Sacred Valley. So Cusco is our highest point of the trip. So we don't want to start there. We're going to acclimate in Sacred Valley, where it's about 7 to 8,000 feet. It's a really nice place, kind of like the center of Inca markets, Inca sites, indigenous communities, ruins. So it's a really beautiful place to spend some relaxing time exploring the areas before we go to Machu Picchu, which is the highlight. So 2 nights in the Sacred Valley. We're gonna stay at the Inca Terracian, that really beautiful property. There are so many like this in the valley where it's an old lodge. It has beautiful views. You're surrounded by the Andes, great food, great spot, things like that. But while we're going to the hotel on that first day, I still want you to use this day. So we're going to go to places that don't require strenuous activity. We're going to go to Salineras, which are Inca salt mines, and we're going to go to Chinchero, which is a really colorful town. They have a market. So it's a really nice introduction to Sacred Valley. The second day, we're going to balance highlights of Sacred Valley like Ollantaytambo ruins with something off the beaten path like Misminai Indigenous Community. This is a really special place for me. We sponsor this community. It's a really remote little tucked away village. It's a lot of fun visiting them, meeting the ladies, cooking with them, learning about the Pachamanca, maybe going on a short hike with the shaman. Really lovely stuff to do in Misminai. Spend the night again in our little lodge, and now off we go to Machu Picchu. So far we've done Lima and then off to Sacred Valley, and now we're going to Machu Picchu. So Machu Picchu is a 1 night event, but we're going to visit the ruins twice. That first day, we're going to take a 2 hour train ride. We're going to pick you up, have a private tour of one of the circuits, have lunch, and check into a hotel for 1 night, which is in the village. So I want to explain Machu Picchu a little bit to you here. I think I have a photo. Yes. So the Machu Picchu ruins sits at the top of the mountains. And then there are a few peaks that you can climb. Huayna Picchu, which is the highest one, but I don't recommend doing it in February. The stairs tend to be really slippery, and lately it's been closed. So that hike is usually closed to maintenance. There's Uchu Picchu, which is half the distance, and I like this one. Great views without the huge struggle to climb to the top. And then where I'm standing taking this picture, I'm on Machu Picchu Mountain, and that's a third hike. Not as strenuous. It is a lot of stairs, but it's not, doesn't have that vertigo. So, and then of course the ruins themselves are cut up into 6 different circuits. So on the first day we do one circuit, on another day we do another circuit. So nothing is repeated. It's a lot of different activities we can do here. And then if you go look into the ravine here, that's where the village is down there. And 99% of the hotels, the restaurants, everything is down there. But at the top of the Machu Picchu ruins is a hotel called Sanctuary Lodge, we can consider spending a night there if you'd like. I have you down in the village at the Casa del Sol. But if you want to stay at the Sanctuary Lodge, it's about $1,500 a night. So I like to use that towards other activities, but it's all up to you. It's a special trip. So let me know if you heard of Sanctuary Lodge and if you want to include it. Now, that second day, we wake up, we go back to the ruins, we're going to do another circuit or a hike, up to you, have lunch at that Sanctuary Lodge that I mentioned, and then take a beautiful train ride back to Cusco. And now we've been in altitude for 3 whole days. We're acclimated, we can enjoy Cusco, which is our highest spot. And that is why I planned the trip this way. So it's not there's a rhyme and reason why we go to Sacred Valley first and then Machu Picchu and then Cusco, because I want you to feel good in Cusco. I want you to go out and have a wonderful time exploring this cobblestone city, staying at a beautiful property, La Casona, and we're going to do 2 nights. So one day is our arrival, enjoy a beautiful meal at La Casona, and then the following day, see the city, sleep in a little bit, then we'll pick you up, take you to some of the highlights, the temples, the ruins. We're going to have a local guide show you around the little restaurants and do a pisco sour workshop. And then we'll take you into a museum at night and have dinner at Map Cafe, which is the archaeological museum, closes at 6 p.m. and opens as a restaurant. So you eat among the artifacts. It's really great. And that is our Peru portion of the trip. So by day 8, you have now experienced Lima, Sacred Valley, Machu Picchu, and Cusco in a pretty reasonable rate. And then we move on to Ecuador. So from Cusco, we're going to fly to Lima and take an international flight to Quito and continue for 3 nights in Quito because this is our only time on the mainland. So I want you to get a good glimpse of the Andes here. So you're going to stay at Plaza Grande, which is in the historical part of the city. You're going to dedicate one day to Quito itself, go to the equator line, go chocolate tasting, things like that. And then spend one day in the Andes so you can see Cotopaxi National Park, so you can meet some local indigenous people of Ecuador. You can ride horses here or you can go hiking. There's a lot of things to see and do in the Cotopaxi region. It's really, really beautiful, very different from Peru, and I want you to experience that. And then February 4th, which is your special day, we're going to take a 2-hour flight to the islands of the Galapagos. I'm going to take care of all the logistics, the permits, the ID cards, the customs that you go through. We have an assistant at the airport that will walk you through everything. The flights are included. Everything is done for you ahead of time. And then once you arrive, Seastar, which is the name of the boat, 16-person yacht, luxury property, we'll pick you up and take care of everything. It's a 6-day, 5-night cruise, and it is my favorite itinerary in the Galapagos. And let me show you why. Because in 6 days, 5 nights, you really get to see the east side, the west side, a little bit of the south. It is a fantastic experience. Most boats only go to Fernandina and Isabela on a 7-night cruise. So to be able to do this in 5 nights means that it's a newer boat, faster boat, and it cuts through the waves much faster. So on board, very fresh, very new, and you have a balcony suite. So lots of wonderful things you can enjoy on board. You're going to be getting off the boat at least twice a day, but while you're on board, there's definitely places to relax and enjoy. It's 16-person maximum. It sells out every time. And it was our #1 boat sold of 2025. So it's really popular. And so what does the Galapagos entail? Getting off the boat at least twice a day, snorkeling every day, being in the water every day, going on dry land landings, wet landings, going on all sorts of different beaches, white sand, red sand, black sand. So there's lots of opportunities for adventure. Every island is different. Every island has different wildlife and different colonies. Some are volcanic like this. Some are white sand beaches. So it's a lot of fun to be able to do it in a 5-night experience because you're exposed to more places. If you want a 7-night cruise, just let me know and we will incorporate that into the trip. There's plenty of spaces still available. I have been going to the Galapagos for the last 20 years. I've been at least 7 times. So I'm here to answer all of your questions. And on that last day, February 9th, which is day 16, we're going to fly back to the mainland of Quito, and then you take your flight home. So that is 16 days in the Galapagos. Let me know your thoughts. If the trip doesn't fit your dates, doesn't fit your budget, if it's too busy and you want to make it a little bit shorter, or you want to make it less moving around, just let me know and I have some other ideas for you. But I wanted to show you the highlights first. Thanks so much. Happy travels.